All right, it is chapter 7 review time. So it's basically over everything that we have discussed the last few weeks. All right, so here it says choose the most likely customary measurement. So the length of a basketball court. Should it be measured in feet, yards, or inches? Typically, what is it measured in? And this one, the height of a TV broadcasting tower. Well, that's pretty high. So which one is the most likely measurement when you hear it measured? All right, and then it's complete each conversion. All right, so if you're going from yards to inches, okay, well, I know that 1 yard is 36 inches. So how many is 75 yards? How many inches? And then you put that answer there. Okay, now I was so impressed how you knew how many feet in a mile. Now you take that feet in 1 mile and you multiply that by 12. And that's going to get inches in a mile. Okay, and then you can kind of figure out how much that is and how does this number compare to that. Okay, and then here it says add or subtract yards, feet, inches. Remember, if you get more than 12 inches, it's going to go to a foot, right? And then if you get more than 3 feet, that's going to go into, you're going to add a yard to that. Okay? Now here, I cannot take 3 away from 11. So I'm going to have to borrow this, change that to 7. And how many inches in a foot? 12. So I'm going to add 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's going to be 15 inches. Subtract 11 inches. Now I can subtract it, okay? And I'll get my answer there. All right, it says choose the most likely customary measurement. That's the same as we did up here with 1 and 2. But this time we're dealing with ounces, quarts, or pints, and pounds. A concrete foundation block. Is that 10, 30, or 5 pounds? What do you think? Okay, and then here we're gonna do the conversion. And this kind of helps when we did our little quiz for, you know, how many pints in a gallon and how many, you know, cups in a pint and all that. Okay, well, we have to figure out how many pints in 1 gallon. Okay, 1 gallon, we have to figure out how many pints and then multiply that times 3. Do you remember our friendly little G? Remember we made that G, right? And we did quart, 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 and then pints, pint, 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 and then you just add them up, and that's how many pints in 1 gallon, and take that times 30, and there you go. That's what it is. All right, and so for this, you should know how many fluid ounces there are in a cup, how many cups in a pint, and how many pints in a quart. Okay, and that is fluid ounces, and this is more of like pounds. How many ounces in 1 pound? Okay, well, remember when we're going bigger, we divide. How many tons in a pound? We're going smaller, so we're going to multiply. Okay? See if you can figure that out. No, this isn't due until Tuesday. So if you bring this on Monday and have a few questions on these, I can help you. All right? Now, choose the most likely unit of measure. When you have a width of a soccer goal, are you going to use hectometer, decameter, or meter? Okay? That's not a bad word, by the way. That's just a unit of measurement. And same with this, okay? What is the most likely measurement that you're going to use for that? All right, moving on. That definitely wasn't me. That was my lovely son. Thank you for that. Okay, all right. Hey, we're just keeping it real right now. Okay, so it says choose the most likely metric measurement, and this is the same thing that we're going to use. Mass of grapefruit and the height of a man. Which one would you use? Now, if you remember in the book, it kind of helped you with knowing the, right here, the different units of measurement here, and it kind of gave you, okay, this is an example of it. Okay, so if you want to look at that on page 295, that's for like length. What's an example of that length to kind of give you a various idea. Same with this for milliliter, liter, and kiloliter. Okay, this is kind of an example of that. And same with this for the grams. Okay, and that might help you with this section, this part here. Now this part you can skip because we did not go over this. We skipped this. So 29, 30, and 31. We can skip that. Now, the people that didn't watch this video, they're going to say, Mrs. White, how do you do number 29, 30, and 31? And if you watch this video, you can say, Mrs. White told you you didn't have to do that. Okay? Say it just like that, and that'll be perfect. Okay. So here, back up here, it says measure each segment below with a metric ruler. If you don't have a metric ruler at home, we'll just do this on Monday. It's all good. It's just fine. Centimeter, meter. Which one is bigger? Remember when we had our little King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk? And we went over this way, moved the decimal point over this way and this way. All right, if we're going from centimeter to meter, centimeter, we're going this way, 1, 2. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, it's 2.8 meters. This one would be bigger than my friends. Okay, and that's what you do for here. And then here, you just move the decimal point over to meter. Same here and here. Okay, and you do not have to do 25 and 26 or 27. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna say don't do 25 to 30. All right, if you didn't see this video, then you might be stuck trying to figure that out. All right, this page right here, we didn't go over this, we didn't go over this, we didn't go over this, we didn't go over that. All right, here we go, time. The elapsed time, you just subtract these two. If you go from 6 to 11, you subtract it, okay? So if you have 11 hours and 17 minutes, and you're going to subtract 6 hours and 45 minutes. All right, well, you can't take 45 from 17, so you're going to borrow, make that 10, and then you're going to put 60 over here. You're going to add 60 to 17, which is 77. Now you can do 77 subtract 45, right? Because I added those two together. 77 subtract 45. I can do that. Okay, and that's going to be the elapsed time. And this one, you do the same thing here. Okay, let's see. Okay, and this is another thing that you're going to have to do. Calculate the actual air time. You depart at this time, you arrive at this time. The layover here, and then the final destination there. All right, we'll do 38 together in class on Monday. I'll explain that. Time zone for each city. We can look at our special map in the book for that. And 3 p.m. in Kansas City, what time is it in each city? And you specify the zone where it's at. Okay, now the temperature. We didn't really go over the temperature yet. This is something I really wanted us to do, but we just kind of ran out of time. It says choose the most likely temperature for each. All right, so if you go to your handy dandy book here, and it says right over here, this is like the common Fahrenheit temperatures. 212, water boils. That's very, very hot, okay? Body temperature, water freezes at 32, okay? This is Fahrenheit. Celsius is right here, okay? And this is the same thing. So 100 degrees Celsius where water boils is 212 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? Now, I know in 5th grade you learned some conversions. And so we have a couple conversions, the temperature conversions here, temperature conversions, okay? And you're gonna have to, you have Fahrenheit, and you're gonna have to figure out what Celsius is, what the Celsius, okay? So there's one, if you have the Celsius degree, I can't even talk, Celsius degree, you find the Fahrenheit. If you have the Fahrenheit degree, you can find the Celsius. Okay, so Celsius is 5/9 Fahrenheit minus 32. Okay, I wrote the Fahrenheit. The Celsius is 5/9 Fahrenheit minus 32. Okay, so then you just put 59 degrees Fahrenheit right in for F, and then figure out what the answer is. Okay, 59 in for F. So I do 59 minus 32, get that number, times it by 5/9, which you all know to do because I just have to put this over 1, right? And that's my Celsius degrees. Okay, do that there and there, and then that's it. And then you're done. All right, any questions, you can ask me on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend.